Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love and Marriage DC, Season 3, Episode 6.
Carlos King need y'all to watch his show, man. He need y'all to watch Love and Marriage DC. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Well, we start where we left off with everyone sitting out around the dinner table.
Yeah.
Winter tells everyone that they have an early morning tomorrow, so they end the night. Everyone goes to bed. Clifton and Joy go back to the hotel. They're about 20 minutes down the road. It's the next day, and apparently everyone's getting a late start.
Yeah.
Arena is talking to Jamie, and she brings up Quick not dapping up Clifton. And Quick thinks Clifton got into Ashley's face when it really was the other way around. She doesn't like that the Petties are 20 minutes away as well.
Yeah.
Quick tells Ashley, "You're not going to disrespect my wife and think that I won't handle you."
Wait a minute. You said he told Clifton you're not going to disrespect my wife, and I'm what?
No, he was talking to his wife.
He was talking to Clifton.
He was talking to Ashley.
He said, what to Ashley?
"You're not going to disrespect my wife and think I'm not going to handle you."
Hey, listen here, Roberto. Stop that. Okay? I defended you when my wife over here was talking about your stature, your physical stature of being like, a little man. Now you really act like a little man because you had a chance and an opportunity to pull the man aside to talk to him. But now when he was in your presence, you was quiet. You acted like he was Debo and you was Smokey. You get what I'm saying? And you waited till he left and then you started speaking again. So, Roberto, if you're going to, quote unquote, hold this grudge or hold this standard of you not going to disrespect my wife, why are you saying that to your wife? Did Ashley disrespect your wife?
Right. Did you say that to Clifton? In his presence, in his face? Did
No.
you have the conversation? You said you were going to pull him to the side and they was going to talk later.
You didn't do that.
He was there.
No, you didn't do anything. Instead, you woke up the next morning and said, you ain't going to disrespect my wife and think we go dap up. Okay, but you still didn't have that conversation. That's weak. That's a weak move. Continue, Blair.
And I just want to throw my opinion in there. I think Quick don't really care.
You think so?
I think he's doing all this hype man stuff for Ashley.
Oh, don't say that.
So that he can appear to be like the husband that has her back and all this type of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I believe that he probably does love and care for his wife. But with the petty drama and the TV show, I don't know if he really is that invested. So he's just putting on so that his wife can feel good.
But that's even worse.
It looks awful. But anyway, so Clifton and Joy are enjoying their Valentine's Day morning away in the hotel, 20 minutes away, enjoying their time.
Yeah.
Sherelle and Winter, they're up cooking breakfast, and she tells Winter that this group doesn't mesh well. She says Joy isn't being held accountable, and she's sure Joy is also playing the victim.
Stop right there. It doesn't mesh well because of Joy?
Apparently.
Who is this lady? I ain't see her name or like her face on the intro. I did not see your face. What's her name again?
Sherelle.
I don't even know her name. Say it again.
Sherelle.
What do you mean this group doesn't mesh well? This group get paid to basically...
Her name might be Sherella. I don't know.
We don't even know your name.
Okay.
Black's wife.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This group get paid to act and to basically show their life. You don't get paid to show your life. I think in reality TV world, you're friend of the show, right? Or friend of the cast or something like that. Yeah, and I think
friend of does get certain benefits.
Yes, but
Joy is the main cast member. Let's not isolate Joy.
Exactly.
Because of whatever issue you think you have with her. And we're going to talk about that.
And just to make it more direct, let's not let you isolate Joy because you're not a main cast member.
Right.
So you don't come on the show and talk about this group don't mesh well. Stop.
Right.
And continue scrambling those eggs. You get what I'm saying?
Well, apparently she says Black doesn't have an issue with Joy. Winter says that Arena should be the one to hold Joy accountable because it's harder to hold someone accountable that you're not really that close with.
Okay, Black doesn't have an issue with Joy. For one, it is Black's issue to have, so why are you speaking?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Sherelle, Sean, whatever your name is.
Okay. Well, Winter gets sunglasses and a poem from Yusha at breakfast. He also reads her a poem in front of everyone.
Okay. First year.
Yes. Joy and Clifton aren't coming for skiing, but they said they'll be there for dinner.
And they missed breakfast.
Yeah, they missed breakfast. Ashley pretty much says, like, that's good. Like, they could stay wherever they at.
Okay.
And Arena is telling her, well, that's not right. We could be cordial. We can all be together. We're grown.
Yeah.
And Ashley says that she's a mean girl, and she can see that Clifton is also a mean girl. Arena, and then Ashley gets up and tries to emulate what Clifton did about standing over her. And Arena said he didn't do that. He didn't disrespect you and get in your face like that.
But he loomed over me, is what she said. Listen here, Ashley, you're not a mean girl, right? You're worse than a mean girl. You're a bully. And I never heard of nobody. They make movies about bullies.
Yeah.
And what happens to the bully? The bully never wins.
Yeah, they always lose eventually.
So I'm like, why would you even want to be in that type of category? Ashley, I have high hopes for you for the show. As much as people may say about you about the show and how you may bring down the temperature and the mood of the show, I actually like Ashley on the show. I just think she's operating in the wrong role on the show. But I actually do like Ashley on the show. But her being the quote-unquote mean girl or bully or the one that's quote-unquote isolating other people on the show, you don't want to play that role now.
No.
Because there's another show that's in your same district called Real Housewives of Potomac.
Right.
And there's a woman on there named Giselle. And one thing that gets put on her is that she isolates her own castmates. So when you start quote-unquote using that power to break up the group and quote-unquote ices somebody out, you ruin the show, and then now the show is in danger.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
In turn, your place on the show is in danger.
You're fired.
Right.
Because Carla's going to get rid of all of y'all.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing of playing, I'm going to ice them out, I'm happy they're not here. If you're the quote-unquote leader of the show, and I do view Ashley as one of the leaders of the show, or one of the main character stories of the show, you don't want to play that. You don't want to use your power to isolate.
Right.
Or to ice. Because guess what? It will only be Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Marriage Detroit.
Yeah.
We will easily forget about DC. You know what I mean?
I mean, it seemed like they tried to.
I mean, listen.
My only thing with that is basically, I don't know why Ashley has it in her head that Clifton was trying to attack her. Like, it just blows my mind. But also,
I think I know why.
Why?
Because she was scared.
Oh.
I think she was scared. Something activated in her fight or flight that she saw something that wasn't there. She putting on a big facade that, I wasn't scared and I'm da-da-da-da-da and you a big B and you know what, I'm a mean girl and I know he a mean girl. Like I said, it's something about Ashley and Roberto that they actually talk so much when they not there. Yeah. Clifton's not there to defend himself. She want to go over the story and things of that nature that happened when she could have did that at dinner time.
Right, and we could have all hashed it out. But my thing is, she's like so many people we all know. At least, her character on the show.
You're right. Yep.
Is that people who don't want to resolve, people who want to be mad and stay mad, just like the miserable coworker you have that always got an attitude with you when you say good morning. Like that's what Ashley gives to me.
And you're 100% right. The character that you display on the show, I don't know these people.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know these
people.
She
could be a nice lady in person.
I don't think so, but fine. But I will say this. I will say this. Let me actually give some accountability, since it's the word of the day, to Clifton and Joy. I feel like, hey, coming to a trip and not involving yourself in the events of the trip, you could have stayed home.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you don't isolate yourself thinking you're actually doing a good thing, in the sense of, what, we here to support, but we're really not gonna be here. If you're gonna be here.
Right.
Breakfast is at this time, skiing is at this time, dinner is at this time. Please don't be late.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And that really does breed ground for gossip and for people to talk about you behind your back if you're not present when everybody else is around. If you were at the house, you would be there for breakfast, and this whole conversation with Ashley wouldn't even happen. Which is crazy, because it kind of should have, so that y'all could actually talk about it and get over it. But everybody would have been quiet, just like there was at dinner. But moving on.
That sounded wise right there. Breeding ground for gossip? That sounded like I heard that from somebody. Okay, plagiarizer.
Well, Jamie says that, look, Clifton was being sarcastic. Yeah. He wasn't giving you all the energy that you're describing. He asked her if she is going to take accountability for her actions in the disagreement. And Ashley says, well, I'll take accountability by the fact that I didn't want them to be there in the first place. Okay. Now I want to pause here.
Stop right there.
Quick asked her or told her, I plan on inviting everybody. Is that okay? She said, sure. You can invite who you want. So now when your guests, because they are now y'all's guests, get to the place where y'all invited them, you hooting and hollering and kicking people out. That is beyond ridiculous to me.
I mean, to her point, it didn't sound like a good yes. It sounded like a...
It wasn't, but you could have said, nope, I don't want them nowhere around me. And that would have been awful, but that would have been honest.
You're right.
Anyway, so Sherelle is upset that Joy made allegations about her and her husband.
Oh my God, Sherelle.
Saying that Black was messing with Sherelle when he was with her friend. And she doesn't like that Joy runs her mouth, but won't agree to a sit down. Winter breaks up the argument so everybody can get ready to go skiing.
Now, here's the thing about it. Sherelle, they was there last night. Even though they was late, they was there. And this is what happened. This is a simple word, but it's a powerful word, especially when it comes to adults. There's a word that starts with a C and ends with a D, and it's called coward.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I know you was probably thinking, like, what's that word? It's coward, right? Okay. And this is what happens. They don't want resolve because they could have easily cornered Clifton. They could have cornered Joy and said, Joy, we're going to have that conversation right now, sister. We're going to have that conversation right now, brother, about you coming at my wife or that you talk about my husband. Now, Sherelle, according to me, based on what I've seen on this season, you're trying to take us back in the past.
Right.
Okay, let it go. Okay.
Like you're married to the man now.
You got him.
Exactly.
No matter how you got him, we don't even care that much. As much as we know who Black is, Black ain't on the main screen either, the main cast. Stop trying to get your storyline going and things of that nature, because that's what happened. You don't have the courage to have your own problem. You just jump on the back of somebody who already got the problem, and that's how it turns to enemy of my enemy is really my friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Sherelle, let it go. Black, let it go. Ashley, speak up.
Yeah.
Roberto, speak up. They right there in front of you. They on the show.
Exactly.
Don't speak to us about it. You ain't got a problem with us. Speak to them. Let's go, Blair. I feel like we're doing a good job. I feel like we're doing a better job than the show last night. Let's
well,
go.
Sherelle, yeah, I understand the fact that she doesn't want somebody going around talking about her husband, but can't come and talk to his face.
I understand
now that that's the accountability that I would give to Joy.
That's the word.
Is if you're going to talk all around, say what he did and all this type of stuff, then I would say, even if, because I have it in my head for some reason that she's probably had this conversation with Black years ago. And I could be very well wrong. Yeah. But for me, I feel like she's probably talked to him about it and she's like been done with the situation. She hasn't talked to Sherelle. And Sherelle doesn't like the fact that she's going around talking about her husband. So I think Joy could give them the decency of a 5-minute conversation. And it really don't have to be long, because if what Joy is saying is true, which I kind of do believe it.
I think Joy is saying, I think it's not so much of give me a conversation. It's I don't like what you're saying in the conversation.
I know that, but I'm just saying if she's saying she wants to sit down and talk to Joy, then if I was Joy, I would do it, because you're not going to change my mind. What happened.
Yeah.
And my friend was the one who was dating the dude, and she explained to me what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm going by what my friend said. So if Sherelle want to sit here and talk to me and tell me, you going around saying my husband did I'm just like, yeah, conversation over.
Yeah.
You're not going to change what I know happened.
But I think we did see that conversation kind of near the end of the episode. But to your point, the reason why I don't like Sherelle saying anything is because she's the one with the least amount of information.
That's true.
So I'm like, okay.
But I get her...
I get it, but
protection over her husband trying to be.
But my thing is, it's kind of like when Black, which we saw the scene, was talking to Clifton. Clifton was like, "Hey, bruh, that's between y'all."
Yes.
Because there was a relationship, and when I say relationship, not platonic work relationship between Black and Joy.
And that's for y'all.
Right? That's for y'all. For me to input myself, I don't really know the information. I wasn't around. I only know what Joy tells me. That's the same thing as Sherelle. You get what I'm saying? Is that like she only knows what Black tells her. You get what I'm saying? So it is kind of like their business. And even though you are the wife, for you to be so hell bent on like she needs to have a conversation with Black. I feel like she had the conversation with Black and she said what she had to say. I just don't think you like what she's saying.
Exactly.
She said like, hey.
And she's not going to change her story.
No. So I'll let it go. You know what I mean?
Well, everyone goes skiing. They're all like falling, laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
Then Joy and Clifton actually do arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And Joy says hello to everyone. It's pretty much just all the ladies that's sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And Arena really was the only one that said hello. I thought Winter at least kind of acknowledged them, but I couldn't hear her.
Actually had to say hi because she was speaking at the house about them.
Mute.
She won then. She won the challenge. Mm-hmm. Did Quick say anything? Did Quick pull him aside or anything like that? Like,
I don't even think Quick made himself available. He was gone, just the same way he was gone in the suites.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Black and Winter go up the big hill.
Oh boy!
The ski instructor has them convinced that they got enough skills for it.
Black just learned how to ski that minute.
5 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Arena tells Joy and Clifton how breakfast was heated, and Quick is basically going by what his wife says about Clifton being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Jamie asks if there's going to be an apology at some point so we can move past this, and Joy says no.
She said no.
To me, I felt it in my bones. She said a hell no. But Joy said, what she did was disrespectful and wrong.
Yeah.
You came straight to Clifton with your hands in his face. And Clifton said, and what's the point of talking or an apology? Quick won't believe anyone else other than his wife. Even in the future, if something else were to happen, he's always going to take his wife's side. Why am I going to sit up here and try to get in these people's good graces? Arena brings up the Black situation and what Sherelle said at breakfast.
Now, here's the thing. Clifton actually hit the nail on the head, and it can't be hit any more direct than what he said. He said, I told him what happened. Y'all told him what happened, and he's still choosing to believe his wife. So why would I apologize for anything?
Right.
Like his job is to believe his wife. And even Jamie and Arena even said in another scene of like, you know how Quick is. Quick is just go follow Ashley and things like that. You see, Quick? Like, even though you think you're defending your wife, you're not leading your wife. No. There's a difference. You're following what she says. So you are empowering her to basically lie to your face. You get what I'm saying? And for you to not check to see is it true or not. And I agree with Joy and Clifton. Like, I'm not going to apologize for what? Because Ashley wants you to, quote unquote, bow and kiss the ring. Yes. You get what I'm saying? I have a problem with you. What did I do? Nothing but apologize to me. No, that's not how it works. No. That's not how it works.
Well, Sherelle tells Ashley that Black, because she and Ashley are inside talking. Yeah. And she tells Black talk to Clifton, but he wants to talk to Joy about it. Apparently, Clifton told him he wasn't the middleman. Y'all got to figure out y'all
I can't be the middleman. I'm the one with the least amount of information. Like, I think that actually benefits Black. Yeah. Because I could easily just be like, bro, Joy said you did this. I believe her. Right. Because no husband believes that.
And then he got two people against one.
No husband believes that their wife is a liar. So why would Clifton, quote unquote, not believe what Joy is saying about Black? I think Clifton believes Joy. Yeah. Of what she alludes that Black did. But he don't bring that to Black, though. He don't say, hey, bruh, I believe what happened, and that's why y'all not talking, y'all not friends. He just say, hey, bruh, I'm not the middleman.
Right, and he's cool with Black. It seems like they're able to get along and chop it up and stuff like that because it's not Clifton's issue.
He's like, you ain't do nothing to me. And truth be told, you ain't do nothing to Joy. And I'm going to get to that at the end of the episode. Because even though I'm telling Sherelle to let it go, I'm also looking at Joy and say, hey, sister girl, let it go too. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like I understand it was your friend, and Joy may be that person that defends their friend to the death because she's a loyalist, maybe.
But I think it was something he did too, business-wise, when it came to the band.
Yeah, but don't mix the two issues then. Yeah. Don't mix the two issues. Keep it like professionally, you wasn't a good leader. Professionally, you wasn't a good band member. But don't make it like, I'm not cool. I don't hear no conversation because you a cheater. It's like, all right. Yeah, I understand. My whole thing is you can be right, but my thing is like, what's the benefit of you being right and you letting it go? It almost you will get the same benefit because I don't think your friend want him back. Right, he's married, so like just let it go, in my opinion. But I'm gonna touch more on that at the end of the episode.
Well, Joy says let everybody keep the same energy. Yeah, it's fine. Jamie and Arena are playing peacemaker, but it's not working. Black was going down the big hill. Winter going down the big hill as well. The medic came. because Winter hurt her knee.
Oh my goodness, Winter. This is your trip.
Right. Well, Jamie and Clifton had to carry her onto the picnic table. They ended up splinting her leg. And Yusha, he made it down safely.
Yeah. Black made it down safely. Thankfully.
Yes.
I will say this though, Arena. I did not see this for you, but I actually see this for you now. I think you're about to get promoted on the show because she's about to enter to that role of playing peacemaker. She's doing a bad job now.
Yeah.
But if she can, quote unquote,
bring the group together.
That's how you, quote unquote, secure your role on the show. And that is how you actually grow your role on the show. But you can't straddle the fence, though.
Yeah.
You have to be the one, which you did a good job at breakfast, saying that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You have to be neutral. You can't, because Ashley's like, you team Petty, your team Petty, right? And that and Arena's like, that's not what happened though. Like if it was something that quote unquote happened that I can be with you, I can agree with that. But I'm over here trying to play peacemaker. Listen, we see all these reality TV shows. Carlos King said he's the king of reality TV shows, so he watches all the shows too, even the ones that's not his own.
Right.
What do we see? We never see the one that brings the group together get demoted from the show.
Right.
We see the one that isolates and one that causes the brand of the franchise to come down, get demoted from the show.
And I will say that with Ashley, like, you need an Ashley on the show.
Oh no!
And
listen,
I want to make
like
it clear.
Ashley.
And I feel like Ashley is playing a good role of being the villain at the moment, but at the same time, you have to know when to stop the argument.
Yeah.
And I think because she is taking everything so personally, that she's not able to separate what's good for the show versus how she feels. And I think she's like running this thing with Joy and Clifton into the ground when it's really time to let it go. To the point where she ended up calling him little boy. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Well, they make it back to the house. Jamie says that if we're in a house of Winter, then that lets you know pretty much anything is possible when it comes to restoring these relationships because nobody was feeling Winter before.
Truth be told, I'm still not feeling Winter.
Yeah. Well, Terry, the intuitive healer, arrives.
Oh my goodness! Now, why did she arrive? Now, before you even get to the arrival, you gotta build the scene, baby. You gotta say everybody was sitting down, everybody was quiet.
It's a pizza party night with no party.
Nobody was talking. Everybody was sitting down, and guess what? Roberto and Clifton are in the room again.
Yes.
Roberto, why you not speaking your piece to Clifton? Ashley, Joy's right there.
Yeah.
Say something to them. But everybody's eating their pizza. You know, Clifton getting his pizza. You know, Quick is making sure he don't go in the kitchen when Clifton is in the kitchen and things of that nature. Ashley making sure that Joy's not in the kitchen when she go get her pizza. He looking over his shoulder. Is he in the? He's still in there? No, okay. I'm not getting that. Who like pineapple on pizza? You know what I mean? Oh, Lido's is good and things like that. And they sit down and, you know, Roberto don't want to make eye contact. He looking, and whenever Clifton look up at him, he looks away, looks straight forward and things of that nature. And then all of a sudden we hear a knock at the door because there's tension in the room. But my thing is, if you're the man that you say you are, if you are the guy that you say you are, Roberto, you know, you got Baltimore on lock and things of that nature, be the man and address Clifton, because you say he don't know me. You may think you know me, but you don't know me. But I think we're seeing you, Roberto. You get what I'm saying? And we're seeing that really you playing the mute challenge with your wife. Y'all both playing the mute challenge. What's going on here?
Exactly.
So, like, hey, they right there, say something to them. But closed mouths don't want to get fed unless it's pizza.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this white lady who is a what teacher? A healer?
Intuitive healer.
She comes at the door based on Arena.
Yes.
Go ahead, baby.
Well, she says as she sits down that she saw a face while she was driving there, and it just so happens she's sitting next to the person, and it's Joy. Of course. So Terry talks to Joy about limiting beliefs. Tell me what she said. She said there's 5 limiting beliefs.
She said there's 5 things that people base their belief systems on. It's based on, I'm paraphrasing, she said your mother, your father, and an authoritative figure like a mentor or pastor, and something. No.
What's it something?
I'm not saying, she said something. She literally said something. So she said mother, father, authoritative figure, something.
Okay.
I'm like.
But she locked in on father for Joy, though.
Yes.
That was the one that she was like, I got this.
Yeah.
We had a room full of black people. I know she got daddy issues.
Yeah, I know she ain't got no daddy.
You wrong. And she says, did you have like a strong relationship with your dad? Was he in your life? And Joy says, Yes. You know, it wasn't until her dad became a single parent that he wasn't physically present all the time. She doesn't want to talk about her dad in a room full of people where it's not a safe place. She didn't tell that to the lady, but she was just kind of being defensive, and the lady was picking up on that. Joy and Clifton feel that Terry is digging for something, and the lady's asking Joy these questions and trying to pinpoint something with her dad, and she's like, you know what I'm trying to say? And Joy's like, no. I really don't know.
Look, listen here.
Because on, what was it, Ready to Love, we learned about Joy's relationship with her dad, the fact that her dad raised her. They had a very close relationship, and I believe he passed away as well.
R.I.P. if he did.
Yeah, so what this lady's getting on...
No, she's digging.
Who knows?
Listen here. I grew up in church. Listen here. When someone's speaking on your life, or they choose to take that role of they speaking and they playing prophet or prophetess or psychic and things like that, don't help them. Don't help them. And then, because she's trying to get you to complete her sentences. No, I didn't help you start it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, dude, you get what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't. Say it. Because you didn't say anything.
Right.
You basically said your father, were you mad at your father? Did he raise you? And she's like, my father actually was in my life a lot. Like, he worked. Like, basically, she was like, did he work a lot? Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
he was a single parent like, listen, at one point,
I read this book about learning about you Negroes, and I know, like, fathers don't be there or they work a lot. You know what I mean? So he's like, he didn't work any more than, like, anybody else worked. Like, he was there for every parent-teacher conference. He was there for me to tuck me in. He was there like any other parent would be. Then she's like, dude, you get what I'm saying, though? No. And guess what? It will... Listen here. Don't let people call y'all defensive because they don't know how to get things right. People will punch you and then be mad at you that you say, ow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's what happened with her calling her defensive.
Exactly.
Did I feel like Joy was being a little bit defensive? She had a little bit of energy behind her.
She needs to, though.
But I think it was also for the fact of you asking me all these questions and you don't know what you're talking about.
And also you saying things and you're basically, because she also, quote unquote, alluded that the tension in the group
was stemming from her.
It's Joy. And you're trying to say, which I can't prove, which nobody can prove, when I was driving up here, I saw a face. Did you draw it? Because if you drew it, and then this is my first time meeting you, and you show it to me, I'm like, damn, that is me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But just saying that you saw a face, I can't prove that. And we supposed to, quote unquote, believe that you legit because you say I saw a face and it's you. It could have been anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Well, Joy said, because the lady asked her, are you struggling in the group? Of course. And Joy says, I'm not struggling. And then Black asked, can we define struggling? And basically she says, like, not getting along with people. And she says, you know, people aren't really getting along with her, but Joy doesn't know where we're trying to go with this line of questioning.
Yeah, where are we going?
And Black thinks that she's asking the questions to help the people be more introspective. And Ashley thinks that Joy lacks owning truth and says that Joy is being combative.
Ashley, stop it. Okay? Listen here. There must have been no mirrors in that room because you had to be talking to yourself.
Yeah. And then Ashley got really upset as well, talking about Clifton being a little boy and don't look at me like that and stuff like that. And I'm just like, nobody's even looking or giving you any type of energy, Ashley.
And my whole thing is this. Listen here. I'm not going to put the blame on Ashley. Because if Roberto going to be the one that quote unquote defends his wife, he ain't the one. He needs to be the one to check his wife too. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy I'm not on shows like this. At the end of the day, I'm never going to put my hands on a woman. I'm going straight for the husband. Yeah. Because you letting your wife talk crazy to me now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? She called me the B word. She over here called me sassy. She calling me a mean girl. And now she called me a little boy. Because she thinks that I won't put hands on her husband. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna put hands on her husband. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to accountability from everybody in the group. When this white woman wasn't in this room, every black person in that room, I know it's not Black History Month, but I feel my dashiki about to come from under this table, right? And all these black people didn't want to say anything. But this white lady come in the room with this quote-unquote powers that she got. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I think she just trying to get to the truth. Well, how come she stayed on me? I thought she came for the group. Yeah. And things of that nature. Hey, it is what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Black is saying, you know, having a, conversation with Joy. And he says, you know, it's the first time that we're actually having dialogue about things that you said about me that isn't true. And Joy said, it's true.
It's true. See, that's what I'm saying. We had the dialogue.
Yeah.
You just don't like what I'm saying in the dialogue.
Right.
There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You want me to change my tune. But you're a band member. I ain't changing the tune.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Black said that he has protected Joy.
Yeah.
He worked with her for 10 years. They've had a great relationship. He said, we've got photos of us or whatever like that. And he says that you refuse to have a conversation with me. Joy says, we've never been friends and you haven't protected me. Sherelle, no, and Joy calls Black, who calls delusional? No, Sherelle calls Joy delusional. Joy asks, how did y'all meet?
How did y'all meet, though?
Mute.
Listen here, man. Listen here. DC would have won that mute challenge. She said, well, how did y'all meet? You said, and you not giving me a conversation. You know what I mean? Just completely skip that.
And Joy pretty much said, you know, I don't think she said it to them, but in the confessional, she was like, Black met her at an event, drove her home, and didn't tell his girlfriend. Sherelle says they didn't do anything until he was out of the relationship. Joy asked, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Stop right there for a second. Stop right there, because I don't want to miss it with that line.
Okay.
Sherelle wanted to make sure to point out that we did not do anything sexual while he was in the relationship. You wanted to make that clear because I think if we go off of assumptions, you may have been lurking.
Right. You were probably hanging around, calling, texting.
You know, phone calls and things like that.
Come over, hang out with me.
Maybe kissing, but not, you know, we ain't have sex until he was single. Well, if he was in a relationship and you knew he was in a relationship, how did you know when or where he was single? You get what I'm saying? So I find that very interesting that she highlighted that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To make sure that, hey.
Instead of answering Joy's question,
nobody answered that. Nobody. And listen, and Clifton and Joy was in the confession like, they don't want to answer that, though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and Joy asked, is there anything else you want to talk about? And I totally agree with that. What I know happened. You're not going to change my mind. Yeah. We're having the conversation. You just don't like what I'm saying. I'm not going to change what I'm saying. And Winter thinks that Joy's being rude. The intuitive healer tells Joy that she's being judgmental, or she is judgmental. Okay. And I'm like, you do not know Joy. You literally just walked in, started pulling stuff out of thin air.
But she got superpowers.
And you're telling her she's judgmental.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, I don't think you can gather that from this conversation.
Which is judgmental to me. Yeah. You judging me, saying I'm judgmental.
She's saying there's a lot of animosity and anger coming from Joy. Yes, because these people have an issue with me.
Did you just hear the conversation me and Black just had? Okay.
She says, in order to get past it, there has to be some forgiveness. And that's the only thing I feel I agree with the intuitive healer.
I don't agree.
I think they need to...
Forgiveness on who part? Because I feel like they are saying there needs to be forgiveness, but I feel like they keep telling Joy to apologize. And I'm like, I'm not going to keep bending the knee to be on the show.
I think Joy does need to forgive what Black has done in the past, so that way she can move past it. Or maybe some people don't need to forgive; they're able to just move past things. Either way, I think it's time to move on.
I do agree with that. I do believe, as crazy as it may sound, Black and this woman was not married, so the weight of what he did only affected your friend. For you to take on the burden that it affects your friendship, that's something that you did on your own.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's one thing if he was married to the friend and he broke up a family, kids are broken up, wife is broken up, but he really just affected one person. And you don't want to take your friendship and your loyalty to one person so much this far. I think, Joy, you did a good job. I think your friend got the idea that, oh, she defends me. Now just let it go.
Right. And I don't say that to say, like, be friends with Black or Sherelle, because clearly there's something in their character.
Sherelle don't want to be friends with her.
Yeah, something that, you know, you just don't like about these people because of past situations. But for the sake of the show, like, you know, being cordial would be nice. But I do feel like Joy has been trying to be cordial. Yeah. And I think Sherelle...
just keep saying, you're lying on my husband.
Exactly. And it's just like, Sherelle, like, give it up, please.
And that probably, and truth be told, Joy got every right to look at this review and be like, I did try to do that.
And I think she did. I honestly do. Because she went in trying to talk to everybody. She wasn't trying to be nasty. And these people just...
Let's talk about how you're lying on my husband. She
exactly.
Was like, I ain't even trying to go there with you, sister. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she got a lot of energy behind her. Yeah. You know?
Well, Black says that we've been cordial up until 6 months ago. Now he's an evil man and she refuses to speak to him. And Joy says that's not even true. She knows that Black will never own it and apologize. So what's the point of even talking to him?
And that's how the show ended?
Yep.
Winter, I'm going to give you a hint. next episode. I saw the preview. Be careful. Be careful about the whole. What Joy did was so rude and things like that. Listen here. If you go be the middleman, be the middleman. I think Ashley got y'all minions doing her work for her. And y'all don't even understand the mind control she has over everybody, including Roberto. You get what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, Sherelle passionately has a problem with Joy. It's one thing to say, me and Joy don't agree. We should can say hi and bye, but we know not to speak to each other. We're not friends.
Yeah.
But Sherelle got that heat in her chest. You get what I'm saying? Because she like, I know somebody. I have somebody who dislikes this woman just as much as I do. And
now y'all banding together.
Now we can band together. Well, let me just remind you, when the intro comes on, Sherelle, you and Black is not in it. You get what I'm saying? You may be earning your way on the show, but if Black is on the intro, I definitely don't see you. Because when I saw you by yourself, I was like, who this? And then I was like, oh yeah, that is Black's wife.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Joy, for the benefit of your psyche, sometimes you just have to just be like, y'all can have it. And I think that's what she's doing. She has the right to be like, Chris, that's what I'm doing. Blair, that's what I'm doing. Y'all need to shut up. I'm like, all right, then, okay.
And the thing is, I do believe that is what she's doing. And the only time that she's talked about Black and the situation is when people were saying, why don't you like him?
Yeah.
And then she had to go in to explain why she didn't like him. I don't think she was going around the way that Sherelle's talking about, talking bad on her husband and all this type of stuff. People want to know why you ain't cool with them.
Yeah.
This is why I'm not cool with them, and I'm not talking to them because I ain't been talking to them.
Facts.
So, hey.
Hey, also, Jamie, Arena, get your money back. Stop throwing your money into the wind with this lady that call herself a healer.
Yeah, go see a counselor.
Good, exactly. She don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anything else, Blair?
That's all I got.
Please watch Carlos King show. Watch Love and Marriage DC and things like that. I see on Carlos King channel, Dustin talks to Jamie and things like that, have their conversations about the week and things of that nature. So watch the show, watch our review. Truth be told, it is a good show.
It is.
It is a good show, but they are in a rut right now. They just in a quicksand right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just
we need to resolve it.
They need to resolve it. I actually heard a theory that's saying this is, even though this is season 3, this is quote unquote season 2 for them. Yeah. And they just released it as season 3 because it does feel like a continuation
of the second season. It's like season 2, part 2.
Yeah,
it's not like a brand new season. Yeah,
because it feels like I feel like did I? Hear
and I don't think we had a reunion for season 2, so it's not like things even got hashed out.
I don't remember, but watch the show. It's really a good show. And the castmates, remember, I'm only talking about, my wife is only talking about the characters of the show. Don't come for me. Don't come for my wife. Okay.
We don't know y'all.
Yeah, I don't, and I don't care to know y'all. Okay. Right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Y'all be good.
Bye.